All right, what's up, newsletter subscribers? Josh Culler here, and I've got my good friend. So he's my friend, mentor, and a client in that order.
Good day, mate.
So what's going on?
trying to be Australian for you.
Australian.
Australia.
So that's
I guess.
So we're gonna tie in how accents can apply to marketing.
The dingo.
Just kidding. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about. So Abhi's got this specific thing that he has on. So you do a whole presentation. I'm with you in Detroit right now, and you did a presentation on building a brand and a personal influencer brand.
Yeah.
And one of your slides is talking about believing and becoming, which applies to content and really how to like adapt to being able to do content. You're a media guy. I mean, you do you blog, you're on video, podcasting, radio, it's everything.
All the stuff.
And you have a really good person that's doing a lot of content for you. So people should reach out to you for that. So
yeah, I mean, just hit me up, or just hit up the other guy that I know that kind of does stuff every now and then.
Yeah. So if you guys want that contact info, then just talk to me about it, and I'll get it to you. Yeah. Anyway, so
Josh will refer himself.
I'll refer myself over to you. So anyway, so
Josh at colormedia.com. Is that
that's right.
Or is it Josh at joshcolor.com?
It's either one.
Or is it joshcolormedia@gmail.com? Last time I checked, you were using AOL.
No.
No. Okay.
I think I'm too young.
Do you
for
even
AOL.
have that Gmail account?
I do.
That's
have a
probably
Gmail
not
account.
Is it joshcolormedia@gmail.com?
I think it's just colormedia@gmail.
Yeah, okay.
But
doesn't
it's
matter.
Merged. Anyway, yeah. This is how it goes down.
All the time.
Yeah. So you guys know I talk a lot about self-awareness and making sure that, like, hey, if you don't think you're a gifted writer, if you don't enjoy writing, then don't write. Same thing goes for like video and podcasting, but that is like 100% self-awareness, where like if you truly believe that you're not good at any of those formats, then you don't do it. What I was going to talk about is more along the lines of like if you're fearful about doing it and you don't have a good reason. Like it's not just because, oh, I'm afraid of being on camera. Well, why are you afraid of being on camera? Well, I don't know if I'm, that kind of stuff, right? They're kind of hesitant about it. But so having that in mind, because I talk about it a lot, is self-awareness, knowing what you're good at, what you enjoy doing. Because typically what happens is if somebody doesn't enjoy being on video and they truly despise it, they'll do like 10 videos and then just drop off the planet and then they won't do anything and stay consistent, which that's important. So Abhi, talk about it, believing and becoming.
Yeah, I just finished up. I think my first presentation was how to build your influencer brand, and the question that I posed to the audience was, well, if you're fearful of doing something, what should you do? And there's a lady in the front. She just yelled out, "Just do it!" And it's really that simple, but it's also not that simple, right? You can't just like stick your face in front of your phone and riff on some topic for 8 or 10 minutes, especially if you're uncomfortable with that.
Right.
And I remember at the beginning of my media career, I started off with Periscope, and then we went to radio, and then there was a lot of stuff that evolved after that. But the very first couple of episodes that I did, I had no idea what I was talking about. Presence, right? Elevating the voice. Yeah. How do you communicate something? How do you tell a story? How do you really educate somebody? Why are you talking fast? Sometimes how do you talk slow?
Yeah. How
do you talk with a higher pitch or lower pitch? And what these distinctions mean for your audience and how you can effectively communicate a message. And I mean, geez, like it's tough and scary when you initially think about all of the elements of a podcast or of a video or of a blog, and then how to bring that into your mainstream world and then share the content and then be judged by it.
Yeah.
I think ultimately it's the certainty that you're going to get judged is more fearful of the content that you're creating. Though good content, you're fearful of what somebody else might think about you.
And more times than not, it's not even happening.
It's not even happening.
First of all, most people aren't paying attention when you're first doing it.
Yeah.
And then you just get better. As you get better, more people are paying attention.
Yeah.
So,
and there was a tip that I suggested with the crowd today, and there were, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred people in the room, and I just said, dude, put your phone right up to your face, get uncomfortably close with it, so that your phone is only recording like your eyeball, and just talk about how you suck at video, and that you're putting this post up there, and you're just going to be vulnerable. And though people laughed, it's a really good kind of first video to do to get your fears out of the way. And saying, hey, it's Abhi. I suck at video. I hate video. I don't know if I'm going to like this video anymore, but I'm posting it up there because I just want to be vulnerable, letting you guys know that, listen, I might be talking about real estate. I might be talking about home ownership. I might be talking about red wine and white wine and Chardonnays, but it's going to be authentically me. I'm going to screw up every now and then, but I hope you like the content.
So you're gonna like this.
That's it.
So you're gonna like this. So this reminds me. It's a funny analogy, but it fits perfectly with this because it's just like that scene from 8 Mile. So we're in Detroit, right?
Yes.
8 Mile is like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, not even.
So it's like that. It's like that scene, the last scene in 8 Mile, when Eminem spits out like everything that's wrong about him.
Yeah.
In his rap. So then his opponent is they're trying to rip on each other, and his opponent.
Yeah.
Is like he has nothing to rap about now because Eminem just laid it all on the floor.
Just laid it all out.
That's perfect.
It's funny too at the beginning of that. If you and I'm sure you remember this, the first thing he says is he calls out to everybody, and he has now the entire crowd on his side.
Yeah.
So he says something to the effect of, if you're from the 313, why don't you
put your hands up?
Yeah, put your hands up and come with me and come follow me.
Yeah.
What he's effectively doing is he's taking an area code. And it doesn't matter race, gender, age, none of that matters.
Yeah.
He's saying, if you're from the 313, come follow me.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment,
it's good marketing.
He identifies himself with everybody in the crowd, and now he has nothing to be fearful of.
Yeah.
So even if you did that, right? Like, you don't have to... Now, if you're from the 313, I guess you could use that if you really wanted to. But, I mean, geez, what you could do for yourself would be, hey, I'm a real estate agent, right? For all your real estate agents listening to this, or watching this, hit me up right now. But I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something that I'm just going to lay all this stuff out there. Some of it I'm going to be learning from. Some of it I'm going to be experimenting with. But my objective and my hope is to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And I hope all of us can go on this journey together.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And so stepping into this idea of believing in yourself is one part of the equation.
Yeah.
Once you have the belief down, then it's becoming that person.
Yeah.
Stepping into that shoe or those shoes. Sometimes we say we'll step into the shoes, but sometimes it's like the left shoe first, then the right shoe, right?
Yeah.
So step into that shoe, see how it feels, and then adjust accordingly while you become the superstar that you want to be, whether it's online, whether it's in blog. I mean, you do a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's YouTube, blog, podcast, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, now TikTok, right? There's so many different platforms available to us. Find the one that you're most comfortable with and to go a mile deep.
Yeah. That's a really good tip too, because unfortunately, a lot of marketers will tell you got to go into everything at first, and that's not even.
It's not even realistic.
You and I sat down a couple of weeks ago and did a marketing or a content marketing plan.
Yeah.
And I told you like, hey, we might come away with multiple big tasks to do, but that doesn't mean we're prioritizing. We're gonna complete one, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Complete one, move on to the next one.
And I have that in my bag. Like, I'll go get it, but. It's seriously, okay, here's a big task number 1, big task number 2, and even in there, it's intimidating.
Right.
But some of the challenges, and I'll see if I can pull it real quick, but some of the challenges that inherently we'll face there is, well, geez, okay, where do I start with this task list?
Yeah.
If I'm putting myself out there, okay, well, geez, where do I start talking about things? Like, how do I go find my topics? You can ask your community for these topics. You can go online. You can go to Google, you can go to YouTube, you can type in how to invest or how to be or how to whatever and just start riffing on this. If you're a Detroit Lions fan, if you're a Cubs fan, if you're a Bears fan, Patriots fan, Michigan fan, it doesn't matter. Just start talking about something and get used to the camera and get used to that cadence.
Yeah.
And then eventually you'll become that person that you never thought could exist, and you'll laugh at yourself because of this glass ceiling that you put above your head.
Yeah.
And it's just insanely powerful.
Yeah. Something I always say is everybody starts at zero. Everybody's got that first video that they got to do, that first blog.
Yeah,
I mean, I've conducted over 200 interviews, and I've actually hosted close to about 500 podcast episodes, and the first few that I did, I mean, even the first like 50 were terrible.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I was watching them. They were crap.
They were crap.
I mean,
Same thing with Abhi's.
Hey,
Anyway.
that was perfect all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the epitome of perfection.
That's right.
And look at my pocket score. It's like beautifully done.
That's marketing too.
Yes.
We gotta go because
Yes,
we got a speaking gig.
Yes,
but
in like
9 minutes. So
yeah, 9 minutes.
So that's good.
Right.
Before we end this though, I want people to be able to reach out to you if they got questions.
Yeah, email address hello@abhigolhar.com is the best way to get in touch.
Cool. And then I'm also going to link his social profiles before. We're starting to hit up TikTok now, so checking that out. Trying to see what the buzz is about. Like, don't go too crazy about it right now because I want to figure out if that's even something that's going to be worthwhile to utilize.
Let us be the guinea pigs.
Yeah, we'll be the guinea pigs for you guys. But anyway, so Abhi's a big time investor, does a lot of business development too, definitely in the real estate investing industry. And you guys are primarily in that industry. So make sure you reach out to him if you got questions. Very, very good friend of mine, mentor, and then also one of my clients. So Abhi, thanks for being on, man.
Got me.
And I'll have you again at some point because we got a ton more to talk about.
Yeah,
so
we got to go do some video.
We're going to be doing some video right now.
About now.
Right. So you guys check out the rest of the newsletter. It's going to be some awesome content that's going down. And then if you have questions for me, reach out to me, josh@colormedia.com, or just reply to this email too. All right, thanks for checking it out. See you guys next week.